On Wednesday afternoon, Kaleb interviewed Miss Sedon of how life is as a high school teacher.
Hi.
Hello.
So I wanted to interview you just to ask you some questions about what it's like working at Our Ladies and being in charge of it all. And so I've got question one here. So it's like, what is it like working with family? Because I know you work with Miss Sedon, your daughter, and then you work with Mr. Sedon as well.
Yeah.
So how's that for you?
I actually don't see them much in school because I'm in this role, so I'm up in my office. Mr. Sedon's in the sixth form and Miss Sedon's in the science block. Miss Sedon becomes my boss when I go over to teach because she's the head of science. So if I don't do a good job, then she would be telling me off. So luckily she's not had to do that yet, fingers crossed. We are a family school and we pride ourselves on that. Miss Sedon wanted to work in a Catholic school when she came here as a student and then qualified. So she did work somewhere else and then sort of came back here. We're pleased to have her because we think she's a really good teacher and a good leader. Mr. Sedon, again, he's in the sixth form, so luckily I don't see him. Otherwise, spending all day and then all evening with him might be a bit of a pain. But I think it just reinforces that idea that we are a family and that we all look after one another.
What was the effect you wanted to have when you started teaching to begin with?
I started teaching over 30 years ago, and originally I wanted to teach primary school children because my mum was a primary school teacher, and then I went to volunteer in a primary school and realised that actually they were very little and very young, and I wasn't quite sure about it. And at about the same time I started to run a youth group at our church. Parish priest asked me to do it, and so I started to do a youth group with teenagers and realised that actually I really liked teenagers. I really loved my subject, which was biology from university, so I thought the idea of being able to teach my subject and help other teenagers love it like I'd loved it was what I wanted to do. So what I wanted to achieve is that young people would enjoy science and see the importance of science in their everyday life, particularly biology when it's about living things and the environment and nature. So I really wanted students to love their learning and to achieve and do well.
It's not a written down question, but have you ever found science and your religious beliefs linking in or have any effect on each other?
I think they do. I think a lot of people think that if you are a scientist, you can't believe in God. Whereas actually the person who discovered the Big Bang Theory was actually a priest. And it doesn't mean that I don't believe that there is still a bigger power, but I believe in science and evolution and all those things because it's been lots of evidence for it. So you can't dispute it if all the evidence is there. And it, for me, part of my faith is about awe and wonder, and that's one of the gifts of the Holy Spirit, and that just, wow, isn't this amazing? And I think science brings me that because I look at nature and I look at physics and chemistry and just think, and the human body, I think that's just utterly amazing. So I can find that I can marry the two together.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time, and it's been very good in interviewing you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.